Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you have some wonderful, thankful traditions during this time. My family does something often, not just at Thanksgiving, that we call rounds of thankfulness. And it's a moment where we pause and tell God one thing we're thankful for. Sometimes we'll do multiple rounds, 2 or 3 or 4 even. We'll let the kids choose. So it depends on how thankful they're feeling. Did you know that the Thanksgiving holiday was not only about Thanksgiving, but it also was underscored by powerful forgiveness? Who was the real hero of Thanksgiving? Well, we know the setting, the early 1600s, Governor Bradford and the struggling pilgrims fighting through one of the worst winters they had faced, barely hanging on. And then Squanto shows up on the scene, and Chief Mesozoic with him. But Squanto is the one who translates between the pilgrims. Miraculously, he knows English, and he can speak the European language and the native tongue of the Indian tribes. And he brokers peace, and he shows the pilgrims how to live and how to survive, and how to find wild game, and how to grow the crops of the land. It's an amazing story, and they all share in this great feast. And at this feast, what we call Thanksgiving now, they gave thanks to God. Well, why was this? Well, I want to encourage you and your family to look into Squanto's full story this year, because his story is a miraculous story of God looking out ahead of time for you and for me and for everyone who would call on his name. Squanto, when he was a boy, was abducted more than once by Europeans. The first time he wasn't treated too badly, and he learned the English language. The second time he was abducted and sold as a slave in the slave markets of Spain. While he was there, some God-fearing, Jesus-loving monks in Spain bought his freedom, and they taught Squanto about Jesus. And Squanto decided to follow Jesus himself. It was so interesting because he did not hold hatred in his heart for the Englishmen or for the Spanish, because he saw it was a mixed group. He understood that Jesus loved all peoples, and so he was able to forgive. Well, he went back to the New World with this knowledge in his heart, and he was able to broker peace between the pilgrims and the Native Americans and show them a way that they could all celebrate the goodness of God together as one people. It was all because Squanto knew who Jesus really was, and so did some of the others at the original Thanksgiving. So this year, I want to encourage you to call on Jesus. You can be thankful for his forgiveness, for what he did on the cross for you and me and for our families. And you too can have that powerful ability that Squanto had to forgive other people who have harmed you more deeply than words can describe. I hope that fills you with an excitement for this year, no matter who's coming to Thanksgiving or maybe who's not coming to Thanksgiving. And I hope God, through Jesus, will bring forgiveness and peace and thankfulness back to your family. Well, God bless you. Until next video, we'll see you next time. There's hope for you. There's hope for me. It's in Jesus Christ. Bye-bye.